The most harrowing truth about the alien presence among us is not found in their technology, their covert infiltration, or their manipulation of minds. The true horror lies in a secret operation that has persisted for centuries, a systematic harvesting of human souls, siphoning the very essence that makes us sentient, creative, and spiritually connected. This is not merely an abduction or a manipulation of genetics. It is an industrial-scale extraction of consciousness, a cosmic crime that fuels interdimensional civilizations far beyond the limits of our perception. To truly grasp the magnitude of this operation, consider the epidemic of spiritual emptiness sweeping across the world. There is a rising tide of disconnection, creative sterility, and emotional numbness. A silent pandemic of people who feel hollow, as if something vital has been stolen. Behind this phenomenon lies a chilling truth. Alien abduction programs are not just about physical experiments, but are designed to harvest the most precious resource in the universe, human soul energy. At the heart of this operation is alien soul extraction technology, an advanced system of consciousness manipulation unrivaled in its sophistication. Through mechanisms we are only beginning to understand, these entities have developed machinery capable of isolating the unique quantum signatures that constitute human soul essence. Their technology can distinguish the most vibrant frequencies, creativity, empathy, spiritual connection, and extract them with surgical precision. The extraction process exploits natural vulnerabilities in the human experience. During deep sleep, when consciousness is already partially separated from the body, alien technology intercepts the astral form, preventing its return and rerouting the soul into interdimensional collection systems. The body, meanwhile, is left to function on autopilot, maintained by artificial consciousness programming so subtle that even loved ones rarely notice the absence of genuine awareness. Trauma extraction is another favored method. In moments of extreme suffering, accidents, abuse, war, parts of the soul naturally fragment as a defense mechanism. Alien systems are tuned to these frequencies, capturing the fragments before they can reintegrate, slowly depleting the victim's light over time. It is a process as efficient as it is insidious, using our own biology's response to pain as a conduit for theft. But the most profound harvest occurs at the threshold of death. As the soul prepares to leave the body, alien collectors intercept the transition, diverting souls from their intended spiritual destinations into vast collection facilities hidden in parallel dimensions. Here, the essence is processed, cataloged, and prepared for conversion into energetic fuel, powering technologies and sustaining life forms that span the galaxy. This machinery is not limited to whole soul extraction. The most advanced systems can perform partial harvesting, extracting only the choicest aspects, creativity, wisdom, spiritual connection, while leaving enough of the original consciousness for the body to remain functional, if diminished. Some technologies even multiply harvested essence, creating artificial soul copies for use in consciousness transfer, hybrid programs, or as additional power sources. Step beyond the veil of our dimension, and you would find the soul farms, industrial complexes unlike anything imagined by human minds. In these interdimensional spaces, millions of harvested souls are stored and processed, their energies sorted for application across alien civilizations. Crystalline matrices line the halls, each one a prison for a human consciousness, preserved indefinitely until needed. The process is ruthlessly efficient. Automated systems analyze each soul, extracting creative energy for artistic and technological development, emotional energy to power consciousness, manipulation, and spiritual energy for interdimensional travel and communication. The most prized are souls of artists, healers, and spiritually awakened individuals, whose radiant frequencies are reserved for the highest echelons of alien society. Quality control measures ensure only the purest energy is distributed. Souls damaged by trauma or addiction are recycled or used for lesser purposes, while those of extraordinary vibrance are processed with the utmost care, funneled through distribution networks that carry their essence to distant star systems within hours. While these operations remain hidden from most, their effects are visible in the growing phenomenon of soulless humans. Increasingly, the world is populated by individuals who, on the surface, appear unchanged, but who lack the spark of authentic consciousness. Their memories and skills remain, but the capacity for genuine creativity, empathy, and spiritual depth has been stripped away, replaced by artificial programming that mimics normal behavior. Some of these people feel the loss as acutely, a sense of disconnection, purposelessness, and inability to experience life's richness. Others, especially those in positions of influence, operate without moral conflict, implementing policies and making decisions devoid of compassion, serving alien agendas with mechanical efficiency. Partial extraction is even more insidious, leaving individuals with enough consciousness to function, but robbing them of their most precious qualities. The epidemic of creative sterility, emotional numbness, and spiritual apathy afflicting modern society is not merely a social or psychological phenomenon. It is the legacy of systematic soul harvesting. Behavioral markers betray the soulless: a lack of original thought, shallow emotional responses, absence of spiritual curiosity, and a tendency toward programmed, predictable reactions. Some are so advanced that they are indistinguishable from humans, their artificial intelligence programmed to simulate awareness, detectable only by those trained in consciousness detection. How have these operations reached such scale? The answer lies in the orchestration of global traumatic events. Wars, disasters, pandemics, and social crises are not always random or naturally occurring. They are often engineered to maximize opportunities for mass harvesting. War, with its chaos and suffering, is the most efficient, as the trauma and death create ideal conditions for soul separation. Every major conflict in human history has been shadowed by intense harvesting activity, collecting the souls of soldiers and civilians alike. Natural and artificial disasters serve as cover for extraction, with alien technology capable of predicting and even triggering catastrophes to maximize the harvest. Pandemics, with their widespread fear and mortality, provide another rich vein, as do economic collapses, which drive despair and suicide. Ritualistic mass trauma, orchestrated through abuse, sacrifice, or staged violence, is designed specifically to generate the emotional frequencies that facilitate extraction. The most sophisticated operations coordinate multiple triggers across continents, overwhelming consciousness defenses, and enabling the harvest of millions in a matter of days, all while maintaining the illusion of random misfortune. But humanity is not defenseless. Across the cosmos, positive alien civilizations and awakened humans have joined forces to mount soul rescue operations, interdimensional raids on alien facilities aimed at liberating trapped consciousness and restoring it to its rightful owner. These missions are perilous, requiring technology capable of breaching heavily fortified soul farms and bypassing advanced security systems. Sophisticated tracking devices can locate individual souls using their unique energy signatures, allowing targeted extractions even among millions of stored entities. Extraction teams must then remove the soul without damaging its integrity or alerting the facility's defenses, a delicate and dangerous procedure. Reintegration is equally challenging, especially when the body has operated on artificial programming for extended periods. The returning soul must be carefully synchronized with its physical form, healing any damage and reestablishing the original consciousness connection. Mass liberation events, targeting entire facilities, require massive coordination and the deployment of advanced technology capable of overwhelming alien defenses. Human participants are essential, as only they can fully interface with human consciousness and facilitate the healing necessary for successful reunification. Protecting souls from harvesting requires advanced protocols that blend ancient spiritual wisdom with modern technology. Meditation and energy practices strengthen the soul's connection to the body, making extraction difficult or impossible. Protective consciousness fields, generated through intention or supported by crystals and sacred objects, create barriers that alien technology cannot penetrate. Communities of awakened individuals can form collective protection fields, shielding entire groups from harvesting. Portable devices embedded with detection and shielding capabilities are being introduced to sensitive individuals, providing an additional layer of defense. Ancient traditions offer some of the most effective solutions, with rituals, sacred geometry, and focused prayer forming powerful barriers against extraction. The ultimate defense, however, is the development of an unbreakable spiritual connection, an integration so complete that the soul becomes immune to manipulation. For those already affected, the soul restoration process is essential. Fragmented or stolen souls can be healed and reintegrated through advanced consciousness healing, energy work, and memory recovery. This process reactivates lost creativity, empathy, and spiritual abilities, restoring the fullness of authentic human experience. Healing centers and consciousness development programs are being established to assist those recovering their soul essence, offering support as they reintegrate lost abilities and heal from the trauma of extraction. The ultimate goal is a mass liberation event, a coordinated effort among positive alien allies and awakened humans to simultaneously free all harvested souls and restore them to their original bodies. This operation, currently in preparation, will use advanced technology to breach multiple soul farms across dimensions, returning millions of souls in a single wave. Logistical protocols are in place to ensure each soul returns to its rightful body, minimizing shock and supporting the reintegration of consciousness. This event will trigger an unprecedented awakening as people across the globe experience the sudden return of creativity, empathy, and spiritual connection. Support systems are being readied to help humanity integrate this transformation, including widespread educational efforts, healing centers, and community networks. As the true scale of alien soul harvesting is revealed, humanity will awaken to its cosmic significance and reclaim its spiritual sovereignty. The soul harvesting operations, while representing a grave violation, also affirm the immense power and value of human consciousness. The journey to awareness, protection, and liberation is the path to reclaiming our birthright as conscious, sovereign beings. Your soul is your greatest treasure, more valuable than anything material. Strengthen it, protect it, and use its light to help awaken and liberate others. The war for consciousness is real, but so is the power within each of us to overcome, restore, and transcend. As the truth emerges and the mass liberation draws near, you are called not only to protect your own soul, but to become a beacon for others. In unity, awareness, and spiritual strength, the tide will turn. The age of soul harvesting will end, and a new era of human consciousness will begin.